Привет, Valery.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, welcome to Truth Sentinel. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for inviting.
So first of all, I wanted to say you're a very brave man to take part in this project that many people may be aware of for the first human head transplant. Obviously, there must be many potential risks, and what actually got you involved in this project in the first place, and how do you feel? How are you feeling at the moment about the whole project?
You know, I try not to think about bravery or things like this because there are so big opportunities if this project comes live, that many people will be helped and many technologies will be improved. The transplantation technology will make a huge step ahead. So it's not about bravery of some single ordinary man. It's about, I think, a mankind scale project. And it's not the me who is involved. It was tens and hundreds of people. I hope that sure I'll be the first man with a new body, but lots of people are working on this project. So I think we all are heroes, and I wish luck to everybody who's involved.
Yeah, I wish you luck as well. I mean, what's the reaction been to news of this project? I remember when I first contacted you, you said you'd had lots of interview requests, and that internationally, I would imagine. I mean, have they all been positive? Has there been any negatives? What's the response been?
2 weeks passed since the Daily Mail article, and I think I got called from all the press all around the globe. So it was NBC, it was Guardian, it was Reuters, and they're still coming, and the interviews are still ahead, and I have planned for them till I think June. So all days are set with the interviews, and sometimes it's about 5 or 6 interviews per day. And the press is very interested about this situation because it's something out of just a second, out of templates. So it's never gone before, and no one has done this before. And someone thinks that's suicidal project, and lots of thoughts about this, and people want to know why and what for I agreed to participate in this project. And I tell people that it's not my way to kill myself. No, it's my way to take part in science, in scientific breakthroughs, and I love my life, and I have a nice job, and I have lots of friends, and I not try to kill myself. No, I try to make this world better. I try to remove some borders, some limits, and things like this. And I tell about these people in my all interviews, and I hope I'm doing well with this, because I visit talk shows, I speak to some radio programs, and I think most of the people understand and support me. We've made a poll, and it says that 79% of people agree that this operation must be done and the technology must evolve. And so I think we have a huge support in the society.
Have there been different reactions from different countries? Like I saw some videos which I couldn't understand. I do speak a little bit of Russian, but I unfortunately not good enough to be able to understand what everyone was talking about on the Russian videos I saw. But has there been different reactions, say in Russia compared to Europe or America or places like that?
Yeah, well, I hope the difference in reaction is not about countries. It's about some people who are religious man or not religious man, and it's about things like this, because there are arguments in religion about this, but even after them, most of the clerics, most of the Sim fathers, they support me, because they think that it's not about the operation what I do, it's about thoughts that I have. And if I trust myself to God, it will be okay, and it's not against God. And I think that the percent of people who try to stop me, it's about 1 or 2%.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
this.
First of all, could you tell us a bit about your current illness that you have, and how does it affect you, and what's the considered lifespan of the illness you have?
Okay. It's a rare genetic disease. It's causing almost complete muscle atrophy. I have similar to Stephen Hawking's conditions. I can't walk. I can't lift heavy objects. I can't get up from the bed in the morning. So things like this, and it's pretty depressing, because I have to hire people to help me. I have to arrange my time with these people, and I have to work maybe double efforts in my work, because I need double money to pay for all this, and I think it's hard, but it's not the only reason I talk to Canavero, and I think that's I want to change something on a huge scale, not about myself, and I want to make good not only me. I want to make to open possibilities and to open doors to hundreds and thousands of people like me, because there are people in much worse conditions than I am, and they will need this technology when it will be set.
Okay, and is the operation with Dr. Canavero, is it definitely going to happen, or is it just in a potential stage at the moment? What's the likelihood it's definitely going to happen?
Okay, technically we have all the things prepared. We have the technology to connect neural cords. We have the technology for rehabilitation, and I think that in technical ways, Dr. Canavero is ready for this. The main issue and the main problem is law, because not in all countries ordinary transplantations are in the law, are allowed by the law. And what to say about the head transplantation? It's pretty hard, and in some countries it's qualified as double killing, double murder. And if we can set these things up, if we get support from some government, it will definitely happen, and all other conditions allow this, and we hope that there will be no problem.
And do you think the medical profession worldwide will support it, or do you just need the medical profession in one country to support it?
You know, in the summer, June 12 and 13, there will be a huge conference of neurosurgeons in Maryland, Annapolis, and Canavero will give a large technical presentation of his technology, this body transplantation, and we hope to convince scientists all over the world that we have the complete feeling and understanding of this operation step by step, and I hope that people will join us from all over the world, and everybody is welcomed, everybody is appreciated, and I think that Canavero needs help during this operation, of course, from top specialists, and there will be no some country division in this case.
I mean, I was looking online to some of the reaction in the English, in the ones I could understand, and there seemed to be mixed reactions. Like I did hear some doctors saying, yes, you know, why not? This could be possible, but I also came across people who said this was crazy. Like there's the spinal cord problem hasn't been resolved. You know, there's people with spinal injuries, and you know, actually severing the cord and then trying to reattach it hasn't been done before. Does Dr. Canavero definitely have a way to overcome that problem, or is this something that's he hopes to achieve over the next 2 years?
Okay, Dr. Canavero has already an experience of connecting a spinal cord. The operation was done in about 2008. It was a girl who got in a car accident, and she got a spinal injury, and she couldn't walk. She was in coma, and Canavero tested his technology at that time already, and it worked, and she's okay now. So the technology exists, I believe, and it just must be some kind of taking to the light, because we must tell about this. We must present it, and we must make it possible for all the men with spinal injuries, and to rehabilitate, to get a normal life, because I believe this technology already exists, and while we're talking, the huge tests and experiments are already going on in Southern Asia with animals, and it will be approved, I think, and we hope to give a large presentation this June.
Great. Yeah, I mean, the little bit of research I did on animal experiments were, you know, there'd been some success before, but usually the head had actually been transplanted onto dogs or monkeys, but hadn't survived much longer than a few days or a week. Is it hoped that there will be an experiment that will be successful before someone undertakes your experiment, your procedure?
Of course, there will be tests, and they will be published, and I think that we're not crazy enough to try it on human, because we all know the risks, and we know the possibilities. Of course, all the tests will be published, and animal tests will be published, and I hope we will convince the science world, as I said, this summer. But the most of the data is in the hands of Canavero. I do not ask him about deep details, because I try not to disturb him too often, and I hope that we will meet each other this summer, and there I will learn everything I need, and there will be no problem, I hope.
Do you plan to go to Italy, or is Dr. Canavero going to Russia, or do you plan to meet in another country?
Yes, we plan to meet in the United States on this conference.
Okay. You mentioned it near the beginning about ethical considerations. I mean, there are a few that come up. I mean, obviously the DNA in the donor body would be different from your own DNA, and that throws up some questions of legality in criminal cases and things like that. You know, DNA has always, like fingerprints, has always been very unique to the person it comes from. What kind of ethical questions have you come across personally? I mean, I think I read one about, you know, that if you were to have children, then they were more likely to take the genetics from the actual body. Is that correct?
Yes, it's correct. You know, we are not thinking lots about ethics, because there will be lots of discussions about this topic. But this is not about ethics. It's about the ability to live, to survive, to improve quality of life. Or I can die without this operation, because if I do not do this, my heart is also a muscle. It will degrade quickly, and it's about survival. It's not about ethics. And most of the questions about ethics, they lead to the question, where will bodies come from? So that's the most bothering question to the society. And I answer that there are a couple of scenarios. They are totally ethical. They are totally legal, because no one gets harmed. The body will come either from condemned criminal, condemned to death. As we know, there are still death executions in countries like China or United States, or this body can be from a donor that is already dead after some car accidents, where brain is totally damaged and unrecoverable, and the body is okay. Or the body can be from the patient with lethal insult, and the brain is dead also. So the ethical questions like these, they are pretty solved. It's no more than heart transplantation ethical questions today. I think that it will not be a problem. As you asked about children and some DNA structures, I hope we will set this up. We will figure out some law adjustments about this, and we hope that it will not be a problem, because it's a matter of survival, as I said.
Right, yeah, and you mentioned God at the beginning as well. Do you, I mean, one other question that comes up is, where is the soul of a human body? You know, is it in the head, or is it in your entire body? What's your personal opinion on that?
Well, my personal opinion that we have to do this to answer this question, because I don't know really, and I am interested in this too, and I hope that this experiment will answer this question, and we'll all know, we'll see.
Yeah, no, that's a fair answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I read also that some people who've received face or limb transplants sometimes have some psychological problems, like they mourn the loss of their old body, or they feel their self-image is conflicted. Have you thought about the psychological problems, and will this be addressed in the actual procedure itself? Will you be prepared psychologically for the operation?
Scott, you know, all my life is about adaptation. I adapt to changing conditions, of my body during 30 years, and I pretty got used to adopt, and I don't think that it will be a huge problem for me to adapt to a new body. Of course, I will learn how to control it, and it will maybe for a year or for 2 years, or even for the rest of my life. But I think I will adapt, and it will be okay for me, because I have experience of adaptation, and I'll be fine, I think.
Good. Yeah, you've got very positive. Seems like you've got a very positive outlook on this.
Thank you.
Have you dreamt about do you dream about this operation being successful, and what you would do afterwards if it was successful? How it would change your life, and you know, what would your plans be? Would you change jobs, or would you do something different?
You know, as all sick or ill people, I dream of a normal life, of the ordinary man, because I face difficulties every day, which other men do not face, and I have to overcome these difficulties. I have to struggle every day, and I hope that in this way my life will change. I will be more independent. I will do more things by myself without some people helping me, and I totally understand that the next few years after operation I will be totally connected with some institutions, some laboratories to give them data about the separation, about how it's going, or after it, about the tissues growing, the tissues connecting. So I understand that I will be connected to science next few years. But in the end, I hope to live a normal life. I will not change my job. I love my job. It's about software development. I totally enjoy this, and I just hope to be more independent, to be more mobile, maybe to move to different places, to see the world, maybe. But I know that the first is science, and the first is research and gathering, collecting the data, and passing the data to medics, biologists, scientists. This is the most important.
And what do your family and friends think about this planned operation? How do they feel about it?
They have the most different feelings about this operation, because my friends, they totally accept me already the way I am. They got used to me, and they think that I do not need the separation, because we totally have fun together with me the way I am. We travel a lot, we spend lots of time together, and no one cares how I look now, and they're very afraid that something can go wrong, and they can lose me, of course. But the most support I get from my mother. She knows all my feelings that I get every day, and she knows all the difficulties I face every day. And she maybe doesn't understand all the technical difficulties, but she is the man who wishes me most happiness and most luck, and she wants the separation to change my life to something better, I think. So that's the feelings of my closest people.
I mean, it is a very risky operation, obviously. Would you go into this operation expecting success, or would you go into it kind of neutral? I mean, would you prepare your family and friends for it to go wrong, or would you kind of just hope that it works out? I just wondered how you'd feel on the actual day of the operation.
Well, everybody understands that any way this operation ends, there will be a huge amount of data already. No matter I die or not, there will be data about the separation for future generations of doctors, and it will help them to make successful operations in the future. Because, as we know, the first heart transplantation was not very successful. The man who had it, he just lived for a few hours after the first heart transplantation. But now they are all over the world, and they are done almost every day. It's not a rare operation, and it helps hundreds and thousands of people. But someone has to be first, definitely. Someone has to risk, and of course I will prepare my relatives, I will prepare my friends that everything can happen, and they today already know all the risks, and I'm pretty neutral about this. I know that it must happen. It's a matter either I do this and make my participation in science, or I die slowly, silently, but in a pretty short amount of time.
Well, that's the other thing I was going to ask. Is like, okay, so it could be successful, but you know, it could end in a result where it might be painful, and you might be in a situation that you'd prefer to get out of. Would you make some agreements prior to the operation that if something did go wrong, but that you were still alive, how would you deal with a situation where it was kind of successful but not successful, if you understand what I mean?
Yes, I totally understand, but I trust Dr. Canavero in this, and I hope he will know better than me what should be done if something goes wrong, and I will totally agree in everything, because I'm not a scientist, I'm not some medical man, no, but of course there will be all agreements from my side. I'll agree to everything, because I know that thousands of things can go wrong, and it can be. I cannot think about everything, but I hope Dr. Canavero will have ways to manipulate with me in all different scenarios.
And will the operation be televised at all? Will it be videoed?
I hope so. I hope so. Sure, it must be.
Yeah. So you know, whatever happens, there'll be, as you said, people will learn from it. Would you prefer to go first or second, as you explained, like with the first heart transplant, you know, and often with the first time things are learned. I mean, would you not prefer to go second or third, or?
Well, it's not me who decides about this. It's Canavero who decides about this, and I think that if someone will need this operation more than me, if someone is going to die in a few hours without operation, that man can go first, because this can be his only chance. Okay, it can be some terminal stage of cancer or things like this, and it will be, well, I'll agree with this. I'll let him try, of course, but I plan to go first for today.
And what about the wait? I mean, anyone who's waited for any kind of operation, you know, sometimes you just want it to happen. You don't want to wait, you know. Do you feel like you'd prefer it could happen as soon as possible, or do you prefer it to wait as long as possible so that everything's ready?
Well, as about my physical conditions, I am pretty stable now. I can say that I can't say that I get worse every day, no, but slowly my muscles growing weaker. It's about it happens maybe once, twice a year. I can't lift heavier objects anymore, but I don't think that time is running out yet. No, I think that I have some time for preparations. I have some time for additional research, and I'm not hurrying up to finish my life. No, I ready to help any way I can. I want to science to prepare to this. I want the society to prepare to this, and things like this.
I mean, I totally support you in what you're doing. I think, you know, anyone would understand why you would want to do this, your motivations behind it. But what would you say to anyone who says there are legal questions and ethical questions? What would your response to them be?
Well, I think that there are times when we have to risk, and when we have to go out of our comfort zone, and to see where the magic happens, because the law is about to change. They change laws every day. It's not a problem, I think. But the amount of the question of living, the question of survival is the most important. And if we have to risk, we must do this, because if we didn't come out of the caves from early ages. So the risk is about humanity, is about human nature, and we have to take risks and to go out of comfort zone, I think.
Absolutely, I think you could apply that to many parts of everybody's life as well. So, listen, I just wanted to thank you for to coming on and joining us and being so honest with us, and I hope that maybe nearer the time maybe you could come back on again and let us know how you're feeling
Sure.
sometime down the line, you know.
Sure. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you so much, Valery.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Goodbye.
Okay, bye-bye.